Hi, welcome back. It's been forever. It's been forever. Um, but welcome back to Theresa's Healing Corner. I am Theresa, and this is my corner where I come to heal and heal others and create a community to share tips, tools, and techniques so that we can more comfortably walk this earth as our authentic spiritual selves. Because, you know, the world's kind of rough right now. It's very easy to be angry at others in this time. And so I felt like coming here and doing some healing and some relationship healing. So with that being said, I've got to pick a card today. Pick a keychain of a little moai, which is a statue. If you've watched SpongeBob SquarePants, it is a moai is the statue that Squidward lives inside of. So for each pile, I will pour the essence of a relationship. Go ahead and think of a person. Pick a person. I'm not doing romantic relationship necessarily. It's just like this is more of like a family member or a close friend, just to clear the air, if there is anything to clear. So, which there will be. So here I have a keychain for pile number 1. This is for pile number 2. This one's smooth, probably some type of obsidian, maybe snowflake obsidian. And then this is for pile number 3. So here are my 3 moais. Take a deep breath. Picture your person, and whichever pile you feel called to, go ahead and click on that in the description or in the comments below. And I'll see you at your pile. Group number 1. Let's get into your relationship reading and healing, whatever needs to happen in whoever's coming up for you today. All right, so I am tuning into the collective spirit of this group. Okay. Bringing up the image of a rose, and into it I'm pouring the essence of you and whoever you're thinking about in your relationship, and I'm pouring it into the essence of this rose I have here, and I'm watching it transform and change. And immediately I'm seeing an orange rose with about only 5 petals, and it's very open. The petals are very fragile and delicate, and they're giving off this scent, this aroma, a very floral scent. The sense I'm getting about this rose is overexposure. It's open. So it's open about like 100%. It is splayed open. And so there is a lot of sharing in this relationship. Like you might know too much about the person, like overexposed. What I can tell about the frequency, it's like of the color, I want to say it is a sorbet orange color, and it almost gives off that like citrusy floral scent to it. And while this relationship there's a lot of exposure, or you know a lot about each other, there is a deeper healing that is searching and yearning. This lightness of the color of the orange tells me that while there is all this sharing happening, it's not penetrating a like deep healing surface. It's very surface level, because for me deep healing is this like darker, rich orange, and it's just a light taste of an orange, which tells me there is opportunity and yearning for healing in this relationship that isn't necessarily happening. Looking at the communication in this relationship, looking at the hip of the rose. So when I'm looking at the hip of the rose, I'm seeing like a bullseye, a target that, because of this overexposure, how much you know that there are aspects in this relationship or information that has been used as a target in communication. I'm hearing to target your silence. I'm seeing a bullseye, and it's like black and white. This bullseye. This information can be used as darts sometimes. Hearing back and forth, but when it comes, it's like it starts off sparring or being sarcastic, but then it turns into like, ouch, that actually like fucking hurt. Why did you do that? Why did you say that? That was rude. Yeah, we were playing, but then you took like a dig. And it hurt because like, you know, like we've shared things. I'm being brought back to the flower and the lightness of the orange. It's like we've shared things, and I've thought that things have been healed, or it's like it's very one-sided, that like they're getting healed from you, but like they are not reciprocating. Looking at how grounded this relationship is, looking at the stem of this rose. So it's like thick at the top, like I'm seeing a like a dinosaur tail, where it's thick and then it comes down to a point. Just tune and understand what that means. So there's a lot of talk about how grounded this relationship is, but in action or in reality, it as it points down to like this, you know, dinosaur tail. I'm hearing, while there's lots of talk, the action isn't hitting the criteria. Okay, so it doesn't meet the criteria. Bringing me back to there's longing. One-sided longing in this relationship to ground the relationship, I'm hearing, into reality. And it's bringing me back to the rose and the healing and the lightness of the orange, that there's aspects of the relationship that do not feel grounded in reality. And there's talk about how it is grounded, or how it could be grounded, but it is not being put into action. So let's take a look at how, in alignment with the God of your heart, this relationship is. How in alignment this relationship is with how you perceive God, Creator. So taking a look at the sun overhead. Where is it? So the sun is pulling off to the right side. And again, that action side. There's not a lot of spiritual focus or direction as it pertains to this relationship. I'm seeing one side of the relationship, lots of prayers that are being asked about this relationship or being given to God. But while there are a lot of prayers, there is not a lot. I'm seeing prayers go up from one side like a triangle, and then like those prayers coming back down. And then not, I don't want to say that they're not working, It's just there's no receptivity to the spirituality. There's no receptivity to the messages. And seeing it like a triangle, if you're praying to God to give it to God. You're not praying to force an outcome. And that's why, in essence, it feels like these prayers aren't working, because of the effort to force an outcome. And that's why there's this lack of receptivity. I'm just checking, do I want to heal this rose first? Yes, okay. So we'll heal the rose, and then we'll take a look at the cards to see what's going on with this relationship. To get a little more deeper understanding and to see if it deepens it for you. So taking this rose, it's very open, exposed rose, grounding it to the center of the earth. And if you would like to receive a healing on this relationship with this person that you've chosen, I ask that you sit back and relax and say the present date and your current age to receive this healing. All right, that is cleared, and in its place, I just heard nutritious. There's this like green, nutritious rose in its place. I don't know, might be worth eating some green foods for you. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so just to have a little more fun and deepen this, the tarot card that came out was the Ace of Cups. So from this healing, you will be able to start anew emotionally, whether in this relationship or out of this relationship. From this healing, you will notice that a facade, overexposure. I'll figure out the lighting. There we go. From this healing, you will see a facade start to dissipate. It's fucking disgusting. Fucking roommates. I swear I love them. They're my family. I love them. So sorry. And the last card, that what is being healed, pets will really come in and help you as it pertains to whatever it is that you're healing from this relationship. All right. Thank you, pile one. If you like this reading, and you are interested, if you like this reading, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, do what you will, do all the things. However, if you would like a more personalized for you and your specific person, and you would like a relationship healing, let me know. Reach out to me, my email, and we can set up, I'll send you a reading. And all right, if you are here for pile number 2, this is your reading. You've chosen the smooth, like maybe snowflake obsidian moai head. Let me tune into the frequency of this group 2. Okay, all right, so I'm bringing up the image of a rose, and into the rose I'm pouring the essence of you and whoever you picked in terms of this relationship that is coming up today to be healed. So immediately I'm seeing this like very light blush pink rose. It's open around 60%, which means that this relationship is open to spiritual insight is open 60%. I want to understand the frequency of this pink color, this light pink color. So this light pink is representing a freshness and a newness to this relationship, but there's like this underlying foundation. Like there's an underlying foundation. So this could be a long-term relationship that has found like a newness to it again, is what I'm understanding from this like soft, docile pink. There's a warmness that has come in this relationship that seems after like a long period of either waiting, a long period of time, but very gentle, warm. Again, I heard docile. I just want to look at the petals. There's a little bit of like weakness and breakage in the petals. They're looking kind of thin and paper-like. Like there's some thirstiness. So while there's like it feels like turning a new page or a fresh start, there is nurturing that is needing to happen here, or being encouraged to happen. Taking a look at the communication in this relationship by taking a look at the hip of this rose. Okay, that just made my nose itch really bad. There's some things going on here in this hip of the rose. It's like growing, it's splitting in half. There's confusion about how to move forward in communication. There's a lot of thought, a lot of mental energy, a lot of options of, oh, this could blossom naturally. Well, if it's going to be naturally, who's going to take the first step? Or what was the other thing? Oh, or the split in communication. So there was like almost this orchid growing out of the hip of the rose, like this natural blossoming bloom in communication. But then there came this like split down the middle of the hip of the rose, like this black split of, like it almost feels like it almost feels like two different timelines in terms of communication, or that the two parties in the relationship are perceiving the communication very, very differently. As in, one is feeling a natural flow to it, whereas the other feels conflicted and divided in the way that the communication is happening. I just want to see, so the person who feels the natural flow, there's this like obliviousness, and then the person who feels divided in the communication or split down the middle in the communication, there's old pain residing. There's old pain, fear, a little bit of panic, because there are things that are unsaid that have previously happened in the relationship, and there's like this conflict of how to bring it up, whereas the other person is like la-di-da, almost like all is forgiven, but there's still underlying issues that need to be talked about, and there's a warning to bring it up as to not form resentment. Taking a look at how grounded this relationship is. Taking a look at the grounding, looking at the stem of this rose. Ooh, I'm seeing multiple thorns, which represents old pain. I'm seeing it on the right side of the stem, which has to do with masculine energy. Either being hurt by the masculine or either the masculine getting hurt. But also I'm seeing false start in action, specifically when it comes to the communication of this relationship. It feels like there's been false starts. Like there's openness, there's like this effort of communication, but there's one person, or there's one whoever who's there's still more to be said. And it has to do with that person's old pain that they're keeping to themselves, and ultimately that is not useful or helpful to this situation or this relationship. Looking at where the sun is located in this rose, to see how in alignment with source this relationship is. So it appears like, so the sun is like, it's like there's overexposure. It feels like there's perhaps one person in the relationship who has a very strong connection with source, and like they are overanalyzing and overexposing, either through, I'm getting specifically through spell work or through healing. That's really like, which is tricky if you're healing someone else and they are not at your level and you're continually healing them. It could be too much for them. So that's what I'm getting in the sense of the sun. So I'm going to bring this rose to a healing and bring all of these things in this relationship. I'm just going to clear it and heal it, bring it to a higher frequency. If you'd like to receive this healing, while I'm doing the healing, say your current date and your current age to receive this healing. And I'm asking for this rose to be healed by grounding it to the center of the earth, bringing down that healing frequency from the cosmos, flushing it all throughout this rose, the rose that represents the relationship. All right, and there it goes. And there's a beautiful gold rose in its place. I'm hearing protection. Whatever party from that relationship, someone needs protection, and protection has come through from this healing. What you will also see from this healing is Three of Pentacles working together. So whoever feels like the silent party that has something to say that they're not saying, you will find a way to work together in this relationship to say what it is you need to say. And perhaps you will find gratitude from the other person for speaking your mind, or you will be grateful that that person has spoken their mind. And then lastly, what it will do is this healing will help bring simplicity back to this relationship in ways where it needs to be simplified. I'll read, put your energy into the basics and let go of the excess. All right, this was for pile number 2. Thank you so much. If you liked that reading, please go ahead, like, share, subscribe, comment if you feel like it. And if you would like to book your own relationship healing with me and your special person, your parent, a family member, go ahead and email me and reach out, and we can get that set up. They're only $15. So, okay. If you are here, pile number 3, you chose this wooden brown moai. He's so cute. Look at that little belly. So cute. And this is going to be your reading. So tuning into group 3. All right, bringing up the image of a rose for group 3 and whoever you have chosen to take a look at this relationship, and pouring that essence into the rose. Immediately it's changing into this like beautiful, like traditional red rose. Like it's so deep red. It's got this like black, I want to say eyeliner, but like black lining to it. It's just beautifully open. Just how open is it? It's around 45% open. It's got these beautiful curls and curves to the petals. They're very like sturdy and strong petals. There's a little bit of fraying at the edges, like I said, with that like black lining. So let's get a sense of what the frequency of this color means, this deep, rich red rose, and what's going on in this relationship. So this red represents a deep trust. That's what I'm hearing. And I want to understand what this black at the edges mean. I keep hearing that this black represents falsehoods, like falsehoods at the edges. Yeah, so as I'm looking at the petals, like this feels very like a traditional relationship, very steeped in trust. And I'm hearing fortitude, like the strength of these petals, but on the outside, the edges, and it's not like there's other people's energy on the outside of this relationship that are mucking up the clarity of trust that is actually fortified in this relationship. Like this is, I'm sensing other people's perception, and like why are there so many people who have an opinion on this relationship? Like who are you? It could be outside, like your family, who may not trust this relationship, or yeah. And again, this isn't intending to be a romantic reading, but this could also be like, you know, you have a deep trust with a boss or a coworker that like outside, like your family doesn't trust for some reason. So I just wanted to say that. Yeah, so I'm starting to get a pain right here in my head, and I'm getting the sense that there's like evil eye on this relationship of people, of whoever this relationship is with. It could be a best friend, it could be a parent, but there is like spiritual attack on it for some reason. That's coming for and trying to alter the trust that is had in this relationship. A lot of outside forces. We'll leave it there. Looking at the communication of this relationship, looking at the hip of the rose. There's a lot of tightness wrapped up, pent up like implosion energy in the communication here. There's a lot of silence. It feels like silence, but like looks there's a lot of communicating by looks in this relationship. And from that, there is this wrapped up tightness, like wound of emotions. Because facial expressions are not, yes you can like read someone's face and like communicate and be like, you know what I mean, like, you know what I mean, but in a relationship, at some point you can't read people's minds. Like, there needs to be clarity gained by using words. It can't always be, you can't be a face reader all the time, especially for clarity. Looking at the stem of this rose, looking at the grounding in this relationship, how grounded this relationship is. So I'm hearing the Lady Gaga poker face, poker face. Yeah, so the ground, there's so much dryness in this stem, like it's almost black and like withered. Like, it almost feels like I'm hearing lost at sea, and like I'm sitting on my pineal, like searching like that. For the grounding in this relationship. Looking up at the sky to see how in alignment this relationship is for you and the God of your heart, what you call source, or what God, how you believe God, by looking at the sun overhead. I'm seeing the sun off over to the left. There's hope shining down on this relationship. I'm hearing hope despite I'm boom, boom, boom on the rose, despite the outsiders, despite the faces, despite the withering grounding. Like, there's a lot of hope. I don't know. This is a message for someone listening to this. I don't think it applies to everyone, but there's a sense here that this could be a relationship with a relative who may be losing their memory in some sense. And that's just coming from all this hope. As it comes to this relationship being in alignment with the God of your heart. So I'm going to bring this to a healing. If you'd like to receive this healing while I'm doing the healing, go ahead and say your current date today for you and your age. And so I'm asking for this rose to be healed by grounding it to the center of the earth on today's date. And your current age. Ooh. A lot of third chakra activity as it pertains to this relationship. So that's personal power, boundaries, and confidence. Just healing this, bringing the cosmic energy down. Okay, and we've got a beautiful healed white rose in its place. Okay, let's take a look. I'm curious to see the cards for this one. Fascinating. Fascinating. So the tarot card we have is Death, the Death card. So like death and rebirth. So from healing this, the energy in this relationship as it is, there's going to be an end of a cycle as it pertains to this relationship, and a start of something new. And it will, it'll begin a quest for both parties, because there's two sides. One is a more spiritual with growth, and one feels, I mean, it's still nature and plush, but it feels like a little lacking. And then right here it has exercise. Run, walk, swim, or otherwise move your body. This will give you more energy and happiness. So when it comes to either woes of this relationship, exercise will really help you. That was really intense and beautiful. I'm giving you, if you receive it, I'm giving you a hug with my angel wings from over here, because I just feel that. If you liked this reading, if it resonated with you, please comment, share, like, subscribe. And if this was beneficial for you and you would like a specific healing for you and another person, go ahead and send me an email. Contact me down below and we can get you booked for a relationship healing. They're only $15. So I look forward to hearing from anyone who would like a reading, and I hope this helped you today. Thanks.